Hey, I'm Gretchen Bauermeister. I'm in my room, and excuse my roommate's mess behind me. I went to the new student dialogue mental health and college students on Tuesday, September 4th from 7 to 9. So here's my blog. I felt as though my group achieved true dialogue, even if I still felt uncomfortable, because not everyone in my group chose to speak or necessarily had something to contribute to the group, but those who did seemed confident and open sharing with the group. It was kind of weird, like, the first few exercises were, I don't know, like basically our facilitators told us exactly what to do, and then once we wrote down things about us on a sheet, they paired us up with a partner. So you got to sit with other people and discuss your differences, I guess. And it was kind of weird because I got paired up with a girl that I had nothing in common with, so I felt like a little uncomfortable because we just didn't have that much to talk about. Everyone kept talking after they did the activity, and she like didn't have anything to say to me, so that was kind of weird. But other than that, I said, since the dialogue was concerning the mental health of college students, which is a personal topic for most people, it felt like people signed up because either they were really strongly interested in the topic or because it seemed like they had no interest in being there at all, and maybe they thought this was like a more neutral dialogue to come to, if that makes sense. Like, they thought they could just sit and say nothing because it was about mental health. Let's see. I would classify myself in the category of reserved voices in the dialogue because even though I did have some opinions about the topic, I couldn't say that I felt extremely comfortable in the group. It was kind of awkward because our location got changed from, I think, Brackett to Stadium Suites, which is right by my dorm. So I walked over and I was locked out because obviously I don't have a key to get in. So I ended up being like 4 or 5 minutes late to the discussion, the dialogue. And it was just kind of awkward coming in late. And I'm never late. So I already felt a little uncomfortable. And then we started talking and things just didn't get better. Because out of like the 26 people there, I didn't know anyone, which was kind of weird. Let's see. Even though the classroom was an open circle, I felt kind of uncomfortable sharing emotional and personal stories with 25 random people. Like, I get that the formation of the classroom is supposed to make it feel open, but I felt kind of exposed facing everyone because it was like if you had nothing to say or if no one in the group had anything to say, we all just kind of looked at each other. And it felt like people were staring at me, which was kind of offsetting. I think that due to this somewhat awkward environment, people who came into the dialogue planning to share some of their experiences didn't end up contributing. But on the other hand, I'm sure that some people felt more comfortable than they'd been anticipating regarding the dialogue. Like, maybe there were some people who were nervous because they had some strong opinion about mental health in college students, but they were scared to share, and then they felt better once they got there. That was not me. Although I can't say I had strong opinions to begin with. We definitely got a variety of shared experiences from the group because different people chose to talk, but there were a few people who talked repeatedly, so that happened. I think dialogue is important to CU1000 because it's a good attempt at making new students feel comfortable in the Clemson family. As in, if you speak openly with a group of like 25, 26 people, I think it'll make you more comfortable approaching people on campus because that's like a sample of the Clemson population. So likely, if you meet a lot of people you like in that group or you feel comfortable with in that group, you'll probably feel comfortable on campus in general. Let's see. Although I could see how some students gain confidence in their new student dialogues, I don't think that needs to be a component of CU 1000. Like, it's a nice idea, but I didn't feel like it was necessarily the best part about CU 1000. I think that although it was a useful idea in terms of getting to know other people and feeling welcome in the Clemson community, I did not learn anything regarding mental health. As in, it was more of like a personal sharing group, class, I guess. Whereas I don't understand why there were topics for each new student dialogue if we didn't really address those topics as much as we could have. Like, I don't know. Obviously, we talked about mental health, but I didn't learn anything I didn't already know about mental health in college students, so I don't know how much I got out of my new student dialogue. And I give a lot of credit to the new student dialogue facilitators that ran my group, because not a lot of people had things to say. So when you don't get a response and you ask a question, I understand that can be really awkward, so good for them, because I probably couldn't have done that. And overall, my new student dialogue wasn't a negative experience. It just wasn't extremely beneficial to me personally. So that's my vlog.